the most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Humans. Extinction.
Good evening, all, and welcome to round 4 of season 3 of the Pace Syndicate Hard and Fast series. It's a V8 series with Holden Ford V8 supercars on iRacing. If you don't know what it's all about, go to iRacing.com and check it out. We're live on HoonTV on YouTube and HoonTV on Facebook and Twitch. So by all means, jump in the chat, have a chat. We do read them during the race. And as we are starting qualifying, I just got to give a big shout out to our sponsor for the night, Lord and Diesel out of Adelaide. Any of your diesel needs or your diesel mechanic needs or anything like that, by all means get in touch with Adam down there in Adelaide. He'll help you out. So once again, I am Steve Kirk. I'm from Podium Broadcasting. And joining me in the commentary booth once again is Isaac Edwards. How you going, buddy?
Yeah, I'm going all right. Yourself?
Yeah, not too bad, man. Ready and pumped for tonight?
Yeah, I'm quite the same too.
Yeah, it's
going to a track that
a little bit different tonight as well, eh?
Yeah, we have a compulsory pit stop in the feature race, so this will actually spice up the field quite a bit, I would imagine. Plus, going to a track that I believe they haven't been to before, being of Lime Rock Park. And I would also believe this is the biggest field that the Hard and Fast series has had ever.
Yeah, well, that's it. Look, it's a bit of a different setup tonight. So, it's going to be interesting to see if these guys actually practiced or even gave thought that they have to have a pit stop tonight.
Oh, so
Well,
yeah, they.
As a pit stop, look, we're only saying that the fuel is capped tonight. So in the main feature race, not in the sprint races, not the 5-lap races that we have, in the feature race, they've capped the fuel. So they need to come in and have a little bit of a splash and dash. So just to change up the mixture of who's doing what and who's racing where, rather than someone leading the whole entire race. I think it's a little bit of a difference, and I think it's going to be welcomed in. A lot of the boys were thrown out about it as a little bit of a difference, but as we see Craig Jones jumping on the top there for 111 Esports, 51. Good on ya. Chris and Martin too so far, as the boys are going out. Now, because this is heat racing, they do have 4 groups. So these guys are put into groups. There's not all of them out on the track at one time. So when we broadcast the race, we can only feature one group at a time. So right now we're at group 3, I think. So let's jump on over and see if we can see who else is on track. And group 1, no, they're not on track. What's going on?
Yeah, they are on
there
track.
they are.
Yeah. Jackson Harlow is just pulled off. I think he was balked by Dave Roberts. He's currently second fastest on a 51.3. Brody Whitmore, a very familiar name. He's currently on top with a 51.2. So it looks like Harlow's going back out for a another crack at being the fastest driver. Surely being balked behind Dave would have hindered him for just a bit.
Well, that's right, because you only get 3 laps. So in the qualifying session in the Hard and Fast series, you've only got 3 laps to make it count. So when these guys go out, basically your first lap's are nothing. You're going to warm up your tyres like these boys are doing now, as you can see. That's Brody Mitmore and Jackson Susan Harlow warming up their tyres, getting ready for the next one. Picking their gaps as well, because you can see on the relative screen of where they are.
Whoa! Who was Jackson Callow? Came in wait.
Yeah.
I reckon he got spooked because that crest is
You can't see over
you
it.
can't see over the crest. So I reckon the sighting of Jackson Harlow and Brody Whitmore would have spooked Jackson Callow to make a uncharacteristic mistake.
All right, let's jump on the board with Jackson Susan Harlow for his lap. But don't forget that Brody Mitmore is in front of him, and he is a fast driver. So hopefully, as he comes back to the screen there, he blinks. Gotta love internet racing. That's what happens sometimes.
Yep.
And we'll see what Susan Harlow can pull out.
It looks like he's kept it on just a little bit of curb. Nearly jumps over the crest.
So he's giving it everything he's got. Also, Pulse Racing team in the YouTube chat. Evening all, have a good race. Nathan, Team PRT for the win. Alright, that's Nathan Anderson. He is in the same session as what these guys are doing. So I will focus on him in 2 seconds because he is also one of the fast drivers that are in this series. Nathan Anderson just didn't have a good couple of runs in the last few races. Hopefully something turns in his favour for this evening.
In that lap, Jackson Harlow has done the fastest of the session, a 51.1, sorry. That's approximately 3/100ths of a second quicker than Jack Boyd.
Yeah, that's pretty close, for them boys.
Yeah, I think that's the
Boyd's in
closest.
the pits as well.
Yeah.
So let's go try and jump onto a different session.
Actually, that's not the closest at all. The closest is between Wayne Taylor and Kristen Smart. 51.684 for Wayne Taylor, 51.688 for Kristen Smart. That is exactly.
Also, we have a couple of other ones. Yeah, sorry,
That's
keep going.
That's 4/1000th of a second, and not only that, Kristen has pretty much banged on his practice lap time as well.
Alright, Daniel Aish is on track at the moment. And He's from Motorless Motorsport. So let's see what he does. He hasn't set a time yet, so he's probably on his, he's got 3 laps to run. And it's a bit late in the session to leave it. So hopefully he can pull a good time.
Don't want to leave it till the last.
Yeah, you don't want to leave it, don't you? As I said, in the heat racing like we do, we have groups. So there's 4 groups. So not all 20 or 30 cars are on track at the moment, and we have a massive sign-up tonight as well. This is crazy. It is going off these races. We actually have, 42 drivers. Take out 2 that are race control. We've got 40 actually on track for the race. So this is going to be crazy.
It will be, which means almost half the drivers will not make it into the feature, at least. I reckon it's capped at 25 cars, and a
24.
lot of these drivers. 24. Holy
it's
cow.
24. So look, you got to be the best of 24 drivers. So that's nearly half the field are not going to get in this race. So you got to send it, mate. You got to give it everything it was. As you can see, Daniel H just lifted a little bit there to keep it back on track, so it actually registered the time. 52.668.
Goes into 30.
Yeah.
Goes to 33rd.
Yeah, he's right down there. He really needs to pull it tonight. And I know how he drives. He can drive. So that's pretty rare for Daniel there. He needs to really pull his finger out and get going on that loud pedal. All right, let's see who else is in this session. Mitchell Wiley's pulled up. Jason Mikowski's pulled up. Let's go into another group. As we can, is Damien Johnson, our local drift nut that always does drifts on broadcast for us. He's doing his lap at the moment. And he is only 0.008 behind 13th and sitting in P14.
Jeez.
So that's really random for Damien to be that far down the order. He is really, usually he's really up the front. Also, HoonTV in the YouTube chat. Thanks for hosting us, Mark. It's always appreciated. We come on board with this, little bit of different racing and Hoon stuff, as you can see on screen at the moment, with Damien doing his usual.
Doing his right out sideways.
But don't forget, remember to give this video 50,000 shares and a thumbs up.
Damien doing a really controlled right out sideways.
Mick, what game is this? If you put game in the iRacing community, I think you're probably going to get yelled at. It's a simulator or a simulation. Look, they do work with engineers and everything. It's not a game. It's pretty serious. Porsche wouldn't put $100,000 on the line if it wasn't serious enough. But the game in question is actually iRacing.com. Go check it out. You can get 3 months subscription for $5, and if you're really keen, you can even play it on an Xbox controller. I don't suggest you do that. As we run down to the last 47 seconds, let's have a crack and see who else is on screen. Or we can just focus on Damien as his usual, doing his drifts every week. As he loses it into the fence. I'm going to leave that on there for him. So let's see who else. Is anyone on track? I don't think anyone is. It's usually by the end of qualifying. So look, you can see the top 10 there. Jackson Cisanello, Jack Boyd, Wayne Burke, Brody Whitmore, Craig Jones, Wayne Taylor, Jackson Callow, Nathan Anderson, Ryan Shooter, and Christian Smart. We've got Todd Maxfield on track as well. Just doing some laps. He's probably getting used to the track.
Yeah.
As we go into the first race of the evening, let's bring up the grid for tonight. Jackson Susan Harlow out of P1, Craig Jones out of P2 for 111 Esports. Also Ryan Shooter for Pace Syndicate out of 3rd, Gavin Sadler out of 4th, Cohen Attard out of 5th, Dwayne Priest out of 6th, Adam Canal out of 7th, Aaron Dillian out of 8th, Adam Neal out of 9th, Gordon Smith out of 10th, and over the page we'll go to 11th, it's Kyle Stevens, but he is race control, the man himself that runs the series, so he will not be taking the track. Interesting race this one's going to be. Look at the names. Look at the names that are in the top 5.
It's going to be really close.
Yeah, well look, you got Jackson, you got Craig, you got Ryan, Gavin and Cohen. Not only Dwayne as well. Oh, mate.
Adam, and we got a blinky Gavin Sud.
Yeah, not to mention also big shout out to Adam. Adam in P7. He's actually the sponsor for tonight. Without him, this wouldn't have happened. So you got to give a big shout out to Lord and Diesel. If you're around the Adelaide area, mate. Anything. If you've got a four-wheel drive that's got diesel, best heavy-duty diesel mechanics or diesel mechanics in the area, by all means, go check them out. Tell them you're on iRacing. Tell them you've seen the sponsors, mate. They'll help you out.
They definitely will. All the cars on the grid as we speak, so it should be close to getting underway very shortly.
That's it. Smith Racing XL92 in the YouTube chat. What game is this? Me go fast in the car. Gordon, shut up and get in the car. Okay. Brenton Hawkins, good luck tonight. Nathan, Mick, kind of like GTA. No.
Yeah, no.
No.
This is definitely not like GTA. I've played GTA. The physics there are a little bit weird. This is not like GTA.
Not at all. Yeah.
Like, there's no way you can pretty much get a car upside down back on its roof on iRacing by basically turning a wheel. You can't do it. Or control a car in the air. You can't do it.
Yeah. Let's move on. It's not like that. There's some serious time and money put into these this iRacing stuff. Obviously, the V8 supercars wouldn't pick up an online series if it wasn't serious enough. So, by all means, yeah, call it a game. But yeah, you'd probably find some iRacing nuts in YouTube chat soon and having an argument with you.
Yeah. So, best as we all try to hide the salt as best as possible.
Jason in the Facebook chat. Come on, Adam, Custom Canal. Show us what you're made of, bro. Look at this.
I'm just going to do a bit of a shameless plug here, but these Schweppes lemon lime beers are pretty good.
Look at Craig. Look at the top four. Look at them.
They're all bunched up.
Because they know that Jackson's going to drop it, mate. They know he's done it so many times. Every race. Beautiful shot as the pace car pulls off the field. Waiting on Jackson. There he is. Throttle to the floor. And the race is underway.
Look at that. They're already 3 wide. Coming in.
Jones giving a little bit of Ryan, a little bit of touch. Is that going to be an incident? Is that going to be a race control incident?
Oh, possibly. There was a touch. There was a touch, possibly more than enough to possibly be noted on race control.
I don't know. We might hear from race control Craig Jones. Also, Jackson Susan Harlow out front, but Gavin Sadler jumps in from fourth to second.
On the wall. No on the wall. Who was that? Looks like a 111 car.
Yeah, I'm looking for the speed difference on that one.
Oh no! Number one,
as well. Gavin Sadler.
Oh, bang! Into the tyre wall.
Adam
and he's
Dillon
out as well.
Looks like he's having a little bit of an issue. His car's not happy. So maybe they called up the bingle between them two. Craig Jones has moved up into P2 for that one. But not only, he's got Cohen on his rear end. And if I can...
Cohen out hard.
This is just giving Jackson a free ride, mate. It's just saying, here you go, see you later, mate. Not saying that he needs one because, damn, that kid can pedal.
Yeah. Pretty much Jackson said, see you later, mate.
Move up into fourth. Then we have Adam Cannell in fifth. Let's jump 2 spots from the start. Adam Neal still behind him in sixth. Gordon Smith has moved up as well. A little bit of rear right fender damage right on that one. Doing a good job tonight, but not only that, Ryan Shooter.
He was the one that made contact into the wall last lap. Trying to figure out who it was. It did look like a 111 car, and there is that 111 car. So Aaron Dillon is in the pits, as well as looks like it's
Gavin Sadler.
Gavin Sadler. So they've just gone a lap down. Bit of a shame. It was doing. Oh, right, Shooter. using the curb as much as he can. I believe that was for position as well. It is for position as well.
Yeah, he wants right
I
back up
reckon-
that front after what's been going on.
Yeah.
So look, he you know, qualifying right up the front, and then a little bit of a bingle there with Craig Jones. I don't know if it was a racing incident or not. I can't say anything on that. But just in the background there, Gordon Smith having a little bit of a spin, just coming over that bump there. That's that crest that's going to hurt everyone tonight. But Adam Canal, he's right on the back of Dwayne Priest. He's not going to let go as he goes for a dive down the inside. Hopefully these boys get it nice on the brakes. Nice.
Well done.
Wait for the crisscross on that
crisscross?
corner, but no, wait for the third. He's going to line
there
up
might
for
be
the
a
third.
third.
He's going to get the speed.
Nah.
Maybe not.
Oh, nah. That's position taken. Give it.
All right,
and
Jackson
give it
Susan
back.
Harlow still out front on lap 4. As he really goes wide over that bump, he's not letting any mistakes happen to bring Craig Jones in front. As you know, Jones is a V8 Scops driver, the same as Jackson Susan Harlow, so they both know each other by all. This is Heat 1, Christopher James in the YouTube chat. Thanks for tuning in as you see Jackson Susan Harlow just jump on to the final lap of Heat 1. But the closest battle is right here. Dwayne Priest, Adam Canal. He's right on the back. He's already made a move. He's made it stick and then lost it again. So, hopefully they can make a move.
I reckon there might be a second attempt here somewhere. Anything could happen, and anything will happen. Wait, that didn't make sense at all.
It can happen. If he goes over this bump, gets a little bit sideways, it's going to happen. Look at the speed, the difference of the car placement,
Ooh.
the car control. But while we say that, let's jump back up the front. Jackson Susan Harlow coming around the final corner to come over the line to take out Heat 1 from go to woe, followed by Craig Jones, then Cohen, then Dweese. Oh, as you see, Adam trying to make a lunge at the line, then followed by Adam Neal and Ryan Shooter. Ryan Shooter, I feel really bad for him for that race. A little bit of an incident on the start is going to take him out, so if I was him, I would have smashed into that 111 car.
Wow.
To be honest,
And that's coming from someone who saying someone who actually is part of 111 Esports. Wow, that's hard.
the owner. All right, let's go to the race grid. Let's go on to it. The HoonTV race grid for Heat 2. Jack Boyd up front in P1, Wayne Taylor in P2, Kristen Smart in P3, Damien Johnson, the drifting queen, in 4th. 5th, Nathan Clark. It's the point for that. Lockie Dalton in 6th, Mitchell Wiley in 7th, Jason Mikowski in 8th, Daniel Aish in 9th, Troy Price in 10th, and Todd Maxfield in 11th over the page there, if I spit it out. All right, let's go have a look at the grid and their shiny, lovely cars. They all love to jump past the pace car, or just like nudge it or drive through it. Like I don't know. You're giving everyone, like, no joke, more ammo that's saying this is a game if you do that.
Yeah, fire away.
We have some lovely liveries in the field. If your liveries are not showing up, then you haven't sent them to me. So by all means, if you're watching this and you're racing this, send me your paint, okay? Because otherwise it's not going to show. Like, look at it, blue car. What's a blue car? Hey?
I'm looking at Wayne Taylor's car, and I believe that might be a template error because it's all out of whack. Looks like it might have been done for the holder, not.
Yeah, what's going on there?
Yeah, that's pretty trippy.
Nah, it's okay. Look, that's how it's meant to be.
Right here. Look at that, all the cars just weaving.
Hey, look, there's a HoonTV car.
Hey,
HoonTV, big shout out. Don't forget, if you don't like or subscribe HoonTV, you're missing out on heaps, man, right? It's the best smoko YouTube thing you could ever do, right? When you've got 5 minutes, jump on HoonTV, right? All your daily Hoon needs. You like motors, you like cars, just not motors, engines. by all means, you're missing out, man. Like, there's so good content on there. I'm not just saying that because they host us. I'm saying that because that's what I do. I watch it all the time. It's awesome. All right, as the safety car just nips off, and we are green. Jack Boyd is not going to delay. He's going to go flat chat from the first second. Damien Johnson into the... No, that is just crazy. They're all going.
Oh, they're going to go backwards. Oh,
through the field. There's
great car. Oh, nah. Kristen,
Nathan
that
Clark.
was not a... That was not a smart move. Kristen, that was not a...
Yeah, you don't go backwards. Yeah. All right, so Jack Boyd. All right, let's jump up the front because we have a 5-lap heat race. We've got to keep moving with the race. Jack Boyd has lost the first position. All right, Wayne Taylor has jumped up in the LeBlanc car. I don't know what's going on with the paint, but it still looks cool, so we'll go with that. Lockie Dalton in third. Jason Mikowski in fourth. Not behind him, Daniel Ace right at the back, and Daniel Johnson's car does not look happy one bit. It's all over the place, and he's not going to be happy about that either. Mitchell Wiley in 7th position, and right up the back of him is Tony Price in a very, very unhappy looking car. As you see, Nathan Clark just pulling into the pits there, and then you have Kristen Smart coming back around, and his broken, beaten up Holden Commodore. Unlucky that he rolled back over the track, but the first thing in racing, man. Like if you're gonna go back over the track. Oh, just in the background, there's that Lockie Dalton into the wall.
Lockie Dalton.
He was in 3rd spot.
He must have done it by himself. Looks like the car got a little bit unsettled.
Jason Mikowski is now going to take P3 with a Daniel Ace behind him in a 3-way sandwich with Damien Johnson behind him as well. And trust me, that's not a name you'd like behind you. Mitchell Wiley still in 6th. Then we have Tony Price and Lockie Dalton coming through now in a very bent up Holden. So that's probably going to do a pit stop on that one. But let's jump back up the front where Jack Boyd has got past Wayne Taylor. So there must have been a mistake in the last lap. As you can see, there's probably
43,
a point.
You have a drive-through penalty for incident on lap 1 start. Repeat, drive-through penalty for incident on lap 1 start. Please serve your drive-through next lap around.
That is Lockie Dalton. We knew that was going to come. That had to happen. Let's look at this battle, this 3-way battle. Damien Johnson sticking it inside. Not only up Daniel Ace, as Daniel Ace is trying to make a move on Jason. This is crazy. Now, look at the back of this. Mitchell Wiley's a part of this now. So let's jump on him. Let's see what that looks like from these boys. He's probably sitting back going, thinking, I've got 2 laps left. Let's see what's going to happen here. That's how it's going to play out. Who's going to touch who? Who's going to spin who?
Oh,
look at them go. Look at Dan. Left, right,
Daniel
left, right. He wants that move. Is he going to get the inside line? And Damien's going to pull it up as well. Oh my God! A little bit of a bump. That was still clean racing. But watch this. The next move from Damien. That's what you got to watch out. Wiley's through as well.
Round 2.
So, a little bit of touch. Now it turns around.
Drive-through. An end-of-line penalty at the start of the next race for a bad re-entry to the track on lap 1.
Dude, that is full on. That was full on. Like, no joke. That was just... Yeah. I'm just going to hold my tongue about that one. I think there's a few little things there that... Yeah, that's...
That didn't look on. No, I reckon...
Just a little bit of driving there, mate. Daniel had it. He had that. And to get spin by that on a position like that, as Mitchell Wiley just drives a little bit deep and locks the front right. Let's go back up to Jack Boyd. He's on lap 5. A clear run of all that's been happening tonight. Really, again, in this race, I'm sorry, I really feel for Daniel Aish. Just like the last race, someone's going to, benefit and some people are not going to. But he had that P3, mate. So,
Car number 033, you have an end-of-line penalty for an incident caused in turn 2 and 3. Repeat, a end-of-line penalty for next race on incident caused on turn 2 and 3.
Ooh, there you go.
There you go. Right, that sums everything up.
Winner.
It's a slam dunk.
Wayne in P2, Damien Johnson in P3, Jason Mikowski in 4th, Troy Price in 5th, Mitchell Wiley in 6th, Daniel Aish, unfortunately, in 7th. He had an awesome run. He should have got P3. Todd Maxfield in 8th, followed by Lockie Dalton's in the pits, and Christian Spartan, Nathan Clark. Unfortunate again, Nathan Clark's got pace on him, but took out on the start of the race. So that's pretty unfortunate for him. You know, he is one of these drivers that is up the front, and that's devastating to see. A lot's going on tonight compared to the last couple of series that we have seen, but let's get some redemption. Let's move forward. We're all racers, and we know that this is going to happen. So let's keep a cool head and onward and upward, boys. So while saying that, let's go to the grid for the next heat. Wayne Burke in P1, Jackson Callow in P2, Rob Bowden in P3, Dave Roberts in P4, Brian Cooper at a P5, James Robbie at a 6th, Craig Anspach at a 7th, Ordis Caldwell out of 8th, Darren Cartwright out of 9th, Stephen Krausch has got a round ban, so he won't be taking the grid tonight. And over is Bradley from Pace Syndicate that's in the race control booth tonight, so he won't be taking the grid. So there will be 9 cars on the grid tonight for this heat. Hopefully this one does not have any disadvantages like we have seen in the past 2 heats. But yeah, crazy racing tonight. Isaac, what's going on, mate?
No, I checked the moon. It's a crescent moon. So the full moon isn't out tonight.
But
Must be something.
yeah, I think these guys are taking the hard and fast to serious heart, mate.
They've turned it up to 11.
They have. Look at the series and how it's progressed. This is only season 2, right? We had 5 rounds last season. We've got massive sponsorship this season. People are coming on board and asking to sponsor these races. And we've got 10 races this season. Not only the prize money is massive, and as you can see as well, SimFinity as well to come on board. To chuck a prize up there at the end of the season. And that's no feat. You want a nice black 80-20 rig, then they're going to help you out if you win this series. Or it's yet to be decided on how it's given away, but it's getting huge, man. This hard and fast series, and look at the contenders as well, man. Like, look at the names that we're getting through here, like Jackson, Craig Jones, Craig Anspach. I've got so many names that I can run through here. Wayne Burke. It's crazy. It's absolutely taken off, and this is only season 2. So I'm so excited, as you can tell.
Season
3.
It's season. This is season 3.
Season 4. No, it's not season 2.
Season 3.
Is it? No. It is.
Yeah.
Sorry, we've been broadcasting 2 series. My bad.
Yeah, we are.
All right, as the green flag's up, Wayne C. Burke is going to take it down to the first corner. As you can just see, Jackson Callow just get a little bit touched up by Rob Bowden.
Is it going to be
a
it?
little bit of touch, and you see Dave Roberts there just backing off to let him have that room. But right behind them, Brian Cooper and James Robbie is still going for it. He's not going to let up that position at all. He wants that position as he holds it through the next corner. Hopefully they can get it nice and steady and no little bit bumping and shoving and smashing into each other.
No bump.
And then we have Craig Anspach. A little bit into
No.
Caldwell's car.
No.
He's got it gathered up.
Craig
Darren Carr right in the back there, just being evasive action a little bit on the brakes, and he's just going to be nice and neat coming around the corner. Let Craig back up to speed in that one. But let's go back to the front where Wayne C. Burke has kicked out, but Rob Bowden has his hands full, as you see Dave Roberts right behind, giving him all the pressure in the world. Do not lock that
James Robbie.
Otherwise, you're going to get a penalty for that one.
James Robbie just successfully did a pass on. Who did I miss there? I don't know.
Rob Bowden.
There he is.
Yeah, but I had to focus on the Dave Roberts one there. It was just, it looked like it was a pressure cooker about to explode, but them boys pulled it off very, very nicely. Otis as well. What a stellar job of keeping it on track with that little tangle that he had with Craig Anspach the lap before, and Craig is still behind him. Hopefully this is not going to boil over and emotions are going to get in the way, so hopefully everything's going to be good with this one. Jono B in the YouTube chat. Sorry couldn't make it tonight, guys. Will Base died. Unfortunate for you, mate. You are a right up there contender in this series. We will see you back next week.
Just looking back at the this little battle here between Brian Cooper and Otis Caldwell. Looks like it's not letting up any moment now. They're almost bumper to bumper. They are so close to each other. As Wayne Burke's got at least a 1.5 second gap over Jackson Callow. Over the crest they go. Cars look so planted up the hill. If I was in that car, I would have possibly binned it by now. Knowing my expertise on the car and the track.
They're doing a good job of keeping it clean for the rest of this race. As you see, two teammates behind each other there. That's Brian Cooper and Craig Anspach. See what happens there.
Otis
Just
wide.
as you see Brian Cooper just go wide there. Oh no, sorry, Otis go wide and let Brian Cooper through on that one. As we were just talking about it, hopefully they keep it nice and clean and he doesn't hit the arse of the car in front of Brian Cooper. As you can see, he's right on it through the last corner as they come over the bump on lap 4. We will jump back up the front in a second. Just to see Wayne C. Burke is checked out. He is having a nice run on his own, no pressure. Jackson Callow in P2 with his teammates of Dave Roberts behind him, followed by Rob Bowden. Then we have James Robbie, Brian Cooper with a pressure cooker with Otis Caldwell and Craig Anspach. Then followed by Darren Cartwright having a nice lazy Sunday drive on his own.
All on his lonesome.
Yeah, he's going to message me.
How
And say, what are you doing there? Oh, Craig looking at the inside
Craig.
of Brian Shaw. Don't forget, there was a lap 1 battle. The scars on the side of Brian Cooper's car are actually from the tangle that he had with Craig on lap 1.
Otis has gone wide. Oh, they're side by side at the crest.
Craig does it nice and clean because he knows he does not want any penalties whatsoever for the next race. But let's jump back up the front as Wayne C. Burke is going to take out the win for this race, followed by Jackson Callow, Dave Roberts, Rob Bowden, James Robbie, Brian Cooper, Craig Anspach, Otis Caldwell, and Darren Cartwright. Top out the top 9, or seal the top 9, should I say. That was
bang on 5/10.
Try and
bang on 3.
Commentate these races. It is absolutely crazy. All right.
You can't catch a breath. I'm getting a headache.
There's no break in between any of the races whatsoever. So let's go into the grid. For Heat 4 of the night. Brody Whitmore up in P1. Nathan Anderson out of P2. Hopefully he can get a good run. John Schultz out of P3. Miles Bond out of P4. Troy DeBono out of P5. Scott O'Keefe out of 6. Ross Thalen out of 7th. Simon Ferris out of 8th. George Fullerton out of 9th. Marcus Korinska out of 10th.
I think that's right.
And yeah, that's the top 10. But Marcus hasn't taken the field yet.
Marcus is control.
Oh, that is true. Sorry.
I can't confirm.
Bruce Ross in the YouTube chat for PRT. Hi guys, hopefully you'll be behind the wheel soon. Enjoy running in this series. It is an all series, and also Bruce, yeah, another peddler that can pedal really hard and drive. And out my knowledge as well, he's got a lovely SimFinity sim. Just saying.
Yeah.
As the cars are doing their little warm-up lap and sorting out. Look, it's a bit of a different setup for the V8s. They don't usually do warm-up laps in V8 races, but in this series they do also, because of the short heat racing, like they do in sprint cars. This is where they do the end-of-line penalties or such for the series. As you've heard Race Control jump into the commentary, and say the end of line penalties or such for the next race, you will hear them come back in and tell who is in end of line penalties. So this is where they do it on the warm-up lap, and also that it just gives them a little bit of a better start. It doesn't do this nose to tail stuff as well that you get in the V8 racing on iRacing that you might see.
Yep. It's also pretty weird to see like these older model cars racing in the V8s. I know there's been a...
You're gonna drop that, aren't you? You're gonna drop that in iRacing. What are you doing, bud?
Yeah, I think they are doing the new V8s, but it hasn't been officially confirmed by iRacing.
All right,
I
as
just cannot wait to drive
the green, the safety car comes off and jumps into the pits. Let's jump up to the front. This is going to be a hard, fast battle as they go round, and there's already touching behind. Let's see if we can get a view of that. Oh, nose to tail, back of the pack.
Oh, but they've kept it clean. They've got...
Oh, that's Scott O'Keefe. Just give him a little bit of a touch up.
Troy De Bono. He's got a little bit of cosmetic damage, but shouldn't be a big
What happens
issue.
when you hit someone up the rear end of their car?
Yeah, a bit of a pump the rear end.
That's
Whoa! Car got really sideways there. It's John Schultz. Just got a little,
But that's the thing.
right
they
out
don't
sideways.
have time to heat up their tyres. They don't have that.
Whoa! Oh! Troy!
There's Troy.
No!
There's Troy. Dead into
I
the
thought he
wall.
was gonna say. I thought he was gonna say that. Not the car is crab crawling. Call it a day.
Definitely call it a day after that one. Not only that, look,
Yeah.
Nathan Anderson to have a little bit of a better start this one. He had some trouble in the past, a couple other series. Hopefully, he can get the pedal to the metal and the grip to the ground and get to the back of Brodie Whitmore in a couple of laps, as they have 3.5 laps to go. The boys are doing a stellar job of a good start. George Fullerton on the back of Simon Ferris there, putting a little bit of a pressure on, saying, "Hey mate, I'm in a Falcon. I'm
Here.
Holden." That was a big.
You're not gonna what?
He's not going to catch a Holden.
Oh.
Nothing against.
Yeah, right.
Nothing against. I'm just taking the piss. Come on, that's how it is. Ford and Holden battle. That's how it is in Australia. But up
Yeah,
front,
and
I can't say anything, mate. Okay, Brodie Whitmore is up front in a Ford at the moment, and then Nathan Anderson's behind him in P2 in a Ford. So
in a Ford.
Yeah, that's it. So it's blue oval or red circle. Which one are you gonna take?
Blue oil. I'm a Ford fan. I go for Scotty. Whoa, Nathan Anderson.
He can pedal, man. He can pedal. He can hold that. No dramas at all. I can flick out from sideways and control it into a drift. Make it look good.
I used to be a Red Line fan, but ever since the new Commodore came out, I just switched to Ford because they've actually got a V8 in there of the Mustang. What does Holden have?
Yeah, Brodie Whitmore's got a little bit of flash. What's that? Are you still going on about the Mustang fight? Come on. Alright, Nathan Anderson. Look at the bonnet of that car. Someone's got new spawns.
Century batteries.
Yeah, Lismore. Came on board with PRT.
Yeah.
Good work.
Yeah, looks pretty nice. Actually, yeah.
Scotty, send me your car paint, mate. What's going on? Pink and white? You look like one of them strawberry.
Whoa!
How was that?
Scott got some airtime.
Yeah, straight out. John Schultz.
Yeah, turn into a rally car.
Nice fella and sick. Doing a good job.
From Ferris in 7th, and George Fulton is 8th. Nearly became a DNF.
Alright, as we go on to the last lap of this race, I think that everything is going to be nice and easy because there's no close battles. The only one is 3rd and 4th. You watch this, because I've said that. Something's going to happen. But Nathan
Christopher
Anderson
James
having a stellar run. Christopher James. Yeah. Team Nissan all the way, guys.
Team Nissan all the way.
Okay, mate.
Oh, Scott again.
No offense for the language, but if it's a Nissan, it's pissing. Alright. Brody Whitmore coming round onto the main straight to take out the win. Then we have followed by
And
Nathan
a Ford.
Anderson. Shut up. Osborne in third. Syndicate in fourth. Fifth. John Schultz. Ryan Fallon. Lovely 111 car. Look at that. Look at it. Beautiful.
Gets it power
Simon Ferris.
sliding.
Oh, it follows him. George Fulton, Troy Bonneau. All right.
Oh wow, we have a C main.
Yes, we have consolation races tonight because we had a massive field sign up for the race tonight. Oh,
So
it's
this
gonna
is
be
a
interesting.
first.
It has. Yeah, it is because we
Yeah.
had that many racing tonight. So by all means, jump through the grid tonight, Isaac.
Sure will. Dwayne Priest is on pole position, followed by Rob Bowden. That rounds out your front row. Adam Cannell is third. James Robbie is fourth. Adam Neal is fifth. Brian Cooper is sixth. Ryan Shooter, seventh. Craig Anspatch, Gordon Smith, Oz Corwell, that's 8th, 9th, and 10th. So that's your top 10. Aaron Dillon is P11. Darren Cartwright's P12. Gavin Sadler's P13. Stephen Kakaush, he is not racing. As well as Kyle Stevens.
All right.
So we have
round out
13
for-
cars.
What is it? What is it? That'll be the C main consolation race.
C main. And I think I'm also seeing this. I'm not sure if I'm looking at it correctly, but I do not see any Fords.
That's not the same main race, is it?
Oh, come! It's one. It's a one. It's a one make Ray. Oh, hang on. There is a.
Is there? Is it at the
The
back?
091 car has an end of line penalty for this race. Please move away to the back of the field.
All right. So as we said before, the formation lap. This is when the end of line penalties come from the last couple of
They haven't been printed up.
as they're all
I think
being
that was
nice.
a. I think that was a mistake on race control's behalf because Kristen Smart isn't racing in this. But yeah,
It'll be
of
the next
all
race.
yeah, out of all the cars in the field, Gavin Sandler's the only one in the Ford. This is quite disappointing. As a Ford man, well, I jumped ship to Ford from Holden. I want to see more Fords on the grid.
Probably. We'll see.
Yeah, let's hope so.
All right, waiting for the pace car to shoot off into the pits, and we are under Dwayne Priest's command. Here we go.
And
Look
off-
at them
oh.
spread. 5.
Look at the
wide.
compression.
Let's go into
What?
turn 1. Hopefully everything goes
Oh,
nice
no.
and neat. Oh, as we see a 111 car just shoot through the middle there. No touching yet. A little bit of bumping between teammates.
Oh, there's a
back in the
touch.
pack.
There's a touch.
Who is
Oh,
that?
and
Craig
the match-
Anspatch.
Craig Gasper. They've
Oh.
actually kept it off pretty cleanly. Wow.
Done. Well, oh, Adam.
Oh,
Canal
as just
turned
as we said
around.
that.
Also
As we were
have
saying
another
that,
one
it was-
as well. Just
Oh,
dropping back.
one
That's
nearly
Otis.
wall.
Oh,
And there's one
fence.
more. Adam Neal absolutely ruins the left side of the car. I reckon the car might be. Oh, yeah, jumps over that crest. And I reckon he's going to crab walk himself back to. I don't think it's crab walking. It looks
Oh,
alright.
Just as we look, James Robbie getting it right outside base. That's your comment.
No.
And we see a 111 car just go straight off the track into the wall. That would be Gordon
Yeah,
Smith.
bye-bye.
That might look like
Hey.
a technical error.
Maybe. Oh my
He went
goodness
straight off the
me.
track there.
Yeah. Trying to find where he is.
He's gone.
I don't see much.
That's
He's got.
that Holden's dead. Let's not go with that. SimFinity Falcon
Never Holden bites it.
of Gavin Sadler is losing a bonnet. Hey, that's how you do cold air intake these days. You smash your bonnet off.
Yeah, she'll be alright.
Alright, this is a lap 5 race as well. We have 13
Whoa.
cars on the grid, battling it out for 5 laps. Dwayne Priest holding out the top spot as Rob Bowden is sticking his nose down there saying, mate, you're not getting away from me.
Oh boy.
And I'm going to make a move
This
when I possibly can. So let's go on board.
Car number 92, you'll receive an end-of-line penalty for your next race start for accidents caused on lap 1.
That is Gordon Smith.
And I reckon it will be transferred over to the next round because he won't be able to. Won't be
getting cut out of the scene, mate. But the pressure,
Yeah.
the pressure is still there.
Yeah, the heat is on.
All right,
Dwayne
let's go through
Bree.
the field real quick as we see Ryan Shooter right on the back of Aaron Dillian. He's not letting up. He wants that spot. If Aaron makes a mistake, he's going to take it from him. We've got another car just dropping down as well. Darren Cartwright has had a spin and a little bit of damage sitting on the track. That is not probably the best place to
Whoa!
sit as he loops it round and gets it
All
back
right.
on the track. Let's go back to Brian
I
Cooper
reckon
as well
it's-
as the second closest in the race.
I reckon he's done it by himself over the crest because again, your car could get really unsettled over that section. So probably another victim of the crash.
Oh, look at that action. Aaron Dillian get a little bit sideways and Ryan just get a little bit of a better run out of that corner. Hopefully, let's see what
man.
happens over the crest of the hill. Yeah, they're going to keep it. But not only that, Rob Bowden got Dwayne Priest on that lap, just on the corner as we were focusing on Aaron Dillian. He got through on Dwayne Priest. So Dwayne Priest is in second spot as they come on to the final lap of the race. This is going to be electrifying as Ryan Shooter is 0.1 of a second.
Oh, yeah, here we
Is he gonna do
go.
it into
Go for a
turn
dive. He's probably going to do it. Look at Aaron.
Gets it done nice and neat. Let's see
Too
what comes out
easy.
of the next corner.
Yeah, nah, I reckon that's past, done, and dusted. They might be pulling a gap now. Looks like there's another battle behind there of Otis Cornwall and Brian Cooper. Jeez, Otis can't get away from these.
As they're about
See
to
ya.
round the last corner of the race, Rob Bowden is going to snatch it from Dwayne Priest with a lap and a half to go. Rob Bowden wins the race. Second, Dwayne Priest, James Robbie in P3, Aaron Dillian in P4. As they all
Gavin
crash their
Stanley's
car.
got a bit of damage. Oh wow.
What a race it was tonight.
Yeah.
It's been crazy. What's been going on?
Man. Don't know. It's very hectic.
Going off like a frog in a sock. As we see, boys are still running the race and need to finish the race. God, these SimFinity blokes sponsor a lot of cars, eh?
Yeah. I wonder who they are. They sound like someone that's trying to
Oh, puts it in the
Try
line.
and make a lot of
Doesn't even make
spons-
it the line.
yeah. Like he
Smith
hasn't
Racing
been in that long.
XL92 in the YouTube chat. Overloaded with ambition but run out of ability. That's what happened to him. It wasn't a technical drama.
Darren Cartwright comes across the line with the car schmoking.
Alright, let's go into the B main. This is going to be crazy as well, I reckon. Alright, Jacob McCaskey
Oh,
out of P1, Scott O'Keefe out of P2, Troy Price out of P3, John Schultz out of 4th, Mitchell Wiley out of 5th, Ross Thalen out of 6th, Daniel Aish out of 7th, Simon Ferris out of 8th. That's going to be interesting, 5th to 8th. Todd Maxfield out of 9th. George Fullerton rounds out the top 10. Over the page, we go to Lockie Dalton 11th, Troy DeBono in 12th, Christian Smart out of 13th, marking Connix is not in the race because he's in race control. Nathan Clark 15th, Bradley is in race control as well, so he won't be taking the race. So, or taking the grid, should I say. It's probably a better option. So this one's going to be an interesting one.
Definitely will be. Cars revving the guts out of those things. gone a bit quiet here. Are we anticipating something?
Hopefully. Dylan in the Facebook chat. I'm not going to read that out. That's just not family friendly. So, how many crashes do you reckon you're going to see this one?
I reckon that Ford's gonna win.
Well, we can't have two Holden fans, so, you know.
You can't win. Can't win.
Well, nah. You're still on that Mustang bandwagon.
Yes, and I always will be on the Mustang bandwagon.
Start saying.
Does
What is it? Start singing Daryl
Does
Braithwaite
it-
horses or something. No?
does
Alright. Look at the pace Syndicate. Lovely colour. Worm Paints is also a major sponsor of this video. If you want your V8 paint to look that good, go and get one.
Yeah. There you go. Pace car should be off the
Look at
field.
them. Look at them. Nice cars. Alright, as they're underway and the pace car is off, Jason's wasting no time as they go down into turn 1. A little bit of a nudge, it looks like that. Hopefully everyone keeps it nice and clean through this corner. And the second, everyone's doing a really good job so far. Too wide,
They
as
are.
usual. Oh, a little bit
They
spilling down the
are.
field. Oh, there, that was Tom Mansfield. Hopefully nothing goes too crazy, as you can see.
Well, Troy goes a little. Oh no! One on the wall. That it. I see who it is. But not picking up who it is.
Price.
That would Troy Price. But look at this, parts for the lead. Scott O'Keefe on Jason Mikowski. Pass done and dusted on the first lap. Wow.
It's not going to go down too well in the next couple of laps. We'll see what happens there. That's it. They don't
Yeah,
have
it might be
time
done.
to warm up their tyres. They don't have time to get grip. So these boys are just going to give it all, mate, on cold tyres. And the first two corners of this track, and trust me, if you know iRacing, they're not the nicest corners. A double apex around turn 1 and 2 into a hard braking zone in 3, tight left on 4, and a change of direction on 5th. So it's going to be a bit crazy.
Yeah.
But also, look at this, Daniel H. Still doing a good job, even though he had Troy trying to stick his nose up there and unsettle him. Still hanging in there, but look in front of that, John Schultz as well on the back of Jason Mikowski. Obviously, Jason is just not feeling it because he's lost that spot at P1, and then he is getting creeped on by the back of John Schultz there. John is not going to have a backup, but look even behind them, Troy is on the back of Daniel there. Hopefully makes a safe move, real deep under brakes. Daniel can't even turn
So
in
this one short.
on that corner.
There was a pass meant to be done on George Fullerton on Simon Ferris. That didn't work. George had to back out. Yeah, back out of it. Look at this, Mitch Wiley on the back of John Schultz. He's getting really harassed. Ken gets it a little bit loose over the crest. Might lose a bit of time over Wiley, who's actually now getting harassed by Troy DeBono in the tempo car. Yeah, it's coming up on your screen. Not too sure, but here we go. Troy might be going for a bit of a dive on Mitchell Wiley there. Doesn't make it stick. No. Just backs out of it. Mitchell shuts on Wiley and what?
Just send it. Just send it. Don't even think about it. Just chuck it down there.
He just gave it away. Mitch just came out, pretty much put the virtual indicators on, saying, "Yeah, mate, this is yours." Takes it.
Yeah, look,
Doesn't even
a
put up a fight.
couple of driving positions. You want to finish the race, not just get taken out by someone that's going to throw it deep and hope for the best. So,
Yeah, but-
by all means, and the driving ability that we've seen tonight, I don't blame a few people just going, yeah, I'm just going to move over and let you have it. Scott O'Keefe, though, mate, look at him.
Whoa!
Oh, there's a background there.
Who
Who's
was
that?
that?
Who was that?
Why
Christian
good
Smart.
Evans? Christian
Same
Smart.
The same as was
Well,
good
that
in the
wasn't a
last
smart
round.
move.
But this whole battle
That
here
wa-
now,
Ugh.
look, Troy is trying to get through on everyone else here. Troy's
Yeah,
definitely
he's-
moving. He's moving up the field.
Yeah, I reckon the track. I reckon
Especially
the
bounced
tires
off the curb there from John Schultz. That is not going to help him coming out the next one. Look how close they are.
Is it?
He's
Is
right
that-
under the
yeah.
bumper.
Oh,
Look at that. You could tell the
And he
tire
wa-
temp from that
one
distance. As it's going to put up the
Oh,
side, put a
Troy,
little bit of
Troy.
curb.
Oh boy.
That's not going to go too
Oh,
well with
boy.
the car. Especially on the grass there.
Nah,
He's using 100% of track there.
Yeah, he's going full Shane Van Gisbergen on everyone. Just going after
Send
car
it.
after car after car. Yeah, Scott O'Keefe will win the B main, but look at this behind. Troy is going to stay where he is in P4. That's driver of the day. Came from 12th to 4th. That's up 8 spots.
All right, so the winner of the race
That's
is
an
Scott
achievement.
O'Keefe, Jason Mikowski, John Schultz, Troy DeBono, Mitchell Wiley, Daniel Aish, Simon Ferris, George Fullerton, Lockie Dalton, Kristen Smart, Todd Maxfield, Ross Thalen, and Troy Priest were both in the pits for the end of that race. Okay, that was a bit interesting there. Couple of moves, couple of questionable moves, but
Yeah.
let's go on to the feature race. Okay, now they have capped the fuel. So for the first time ever in the Hard and Fast series, these boys need to pull into the pits. These boys, a little splash and dash. Now this is going to be interesting.
This could
As
bring
you
up
can-
someone from the mid pack up to the front.
That's it, because we have seen all these people just leave. If you get away from all the battles and just leave and they lead the race, that's it. Right? Scotty O'Keefe just did it then. Jono,
race.
you called
And
it.
Also, car 033, you've got an end of line penalty for this race too. Please make your way to the back of the grid.
Oh, so Damien Johnson did get an EOL for the mistake he made before. Ouch. That was
Yeah.
in Heat 3. Also, as you can see, dropping down the time field. All right, so let's go to the grid real quick. Jackson Susan Huller out of P1, Jack Boyd out of P2, Wayne Burke out of P3, Brody Whitmore out of 4th, Craig Jones out of 5th. Okay, Wayne Taylor out of 6th, Jackson Callow out of 7th, Nathan Anderson out of 8th, Colin Atwood added out of 9th, Damien Johnson out of 10th, that has an EOL, Dave Roberts out of 11th, Miles Bond out of 12th, Rob Bowden out of 13th, Scott O'Keefe out of 14th, Dwayne Priest out of 15th, Jack McCarthy at 16th, James Robbie at 17th, John Schultz out of 18th, Ryan Shooter out of 19th, Troy DeBono out of 20th, and we go over the page to Ari Dillian, Mitchell Wiley, Gavin Sadler, and Daniel Aish scraped in on the 24th. Mate, what a field! That whole
I
top
know.
10, that whole top 10 is absolutely gonna be electric, right? If I'm gonna touch wood when I say this, man. This start is gonna be the craziest start, right? No joke, in Hard and Fast history, right? I'm gonna go to chopper cam for this, or even blimp cam, right? Because there's gonna
Go
be
blimp.
so much as they're checking up. As you can see, a little bit of touch back in the
Oh,
as they jump
no
back
way.
on the brakes.
here we go. They're under
Jackson will not hold. He will
Three,
go
four.
flat tack. As you can see, P2 and 3 sitting side by side,
Boy.
laid on the brakes. Oh, this is going to be crazy. This is absolutely going to be crazy. Everyone's nice and neat so far.
Hey,
Oh my god. Touching wood helps.
oh no way! They've actually kept it clean.
Yeah, they've done it like
That
a V8
is
supercar race.
hard.
As you can see the field. Look at this. Look at the field that what we get to commentate on. We have to cover every single
Very
race,
spread
every
out.
single loop, every single thing that happens in this. In the first race or the first lap. On this race. Oh, let's see someone off. That's Aaron Dillian.
Who was that? Aaron Dillon.
Yeah, Aaron Dillian. Off the track. Unlucky. Bit of a move.
What's
Crazy moves going on. Jack Boyd sticking his nose out, letting him know he's here. Back in the pack. Right back down the back there. As you can see, James will be coming into the pits there. Going back up. Rob Bowden was just trying to make a move. This is crazy
There's
stuff.
a bit of a bell.
But they know this is out of the ordinary for these guys. These guys are treating this
Yeah.
like it's a Tuesday race or a Wednesday race or a Friday race. If you know iRacing, you'll know the races that we have every week, and definitely it's a bit of a crazy race. Fuel as well. They've got to take fuel.
Yeah. Some
another
drivers will run them dry. The others just want to play.
Yeah, I've got to say, a big shout out to Brodie Whitmore. He's absolutely represented tonight, and yeah, definitely needs to get a paint to me because that pink and green iRacing livery kind of sucks. Jack Boyd in P3, I can say that because I'm the commentator, is absolutely in a bit of a sandwich here. And Jack Boyd, we know, can pedal, but Jackson Susan Harlow is the man of the minute up the front, as he has always been. Well, not every race.
Oh, Brody!
Yeah,
that was
I
close.
just saw that. Just saw that in the
So close.
back of the screen there. Brody trying to make a move there. Got a little bit
Oh.
twitchy. But not only that, let's go focus down the field. P8. Coleman trying to make some moves. That's a beautiful shot.
Oh my goodness me! I can't even keep track on who's battling who at the moment. Going at us.
It is going absolutely off, mate. The positions are that close. But look at the 224 car pulling into the pit there. What's going on there? Scott O'Keefe.
Must be going for his.
He's going
compulsory.
for his fuel now. He wants that clean run.
He's going out for clean air. He also wants the undercut. To make sure that he gets out of the out from the rest of the field. He will drop back into position number 22.
Not only that, Aaron
And I
Dillon
believe-
as well. He's done his pit.
Yeah.
Well, he's in
Aaron
the pit.
Dillon.
Yeah, Scott O'Keefe, James
Dillon.
Robbie, both done their pits. So this is going to be interesting, right? This is so new for us in this series that they're doing pit stops. And the other series is obviously, as you just see in the background there, Dave Robbins sticking his nose out on Nathan Anderson. But dude, you got, both of them get a little bit squirmy out of that corner. Pushing too hard.
It's
Both of them. What a
gonna
shot.
lose
Look
the
at the back of the field there. Troy
Oh, it's
DeBono just blocking a little bit there as well. Behind him, Dwayne Priest blocking a little bit, but didn't help with Ryan Shooter. As you can see, just behind him as well, his teammate Gavin Sadler. Gonna have a look. Is it going to open up a door? But behind him, Damian Johnson. And trust me, that's not one name you'd want behind you on a small track as well. Because as you saw in qualifying, the dude can control one of these cars without fail. Followed by Craig Jones. Got an ELL. So he's doing his own thing back in the pack there. Also,
Yeah, Sadler.
and Daniel H. But up the front, Jackson, Susan Harlow taking it for a run, but Wayne has not let him get away, even though he's looking in his rearview mirror, knowing that nice green-black paint stands out of Jack Boyd. Brodie Whitmore having a little bit of a flash here and there. His internet's kicking in and out, but also on the track and pulling away from Miles Bond. That's got a little bit of pressure from Jackson Callow. That's right behind him and his teammate as well. And he has to look forward and back because Wayne Taylor is creeping on his rear door, knocking, saying, Matt, that's my spot. And if you don't hurry up, right behind me, I've got a train of boys that are going to come through. So by all means, move. All right, lap 6.
Good.
Oh, this is an interesting race for sure.
Got another one coming in. Cohen Attard. Attard.
Oh, as he locks it into the pit, is he going to go? Is he going to stop for that? That's
Oh, possibly. I don't know. I'm starting to sound like Mike Osler. Mitch Wiley in. Goes over the currents.
Jono in the YouTube chat, did he bunch the field up before launch? Wasn't RC warning that from last week? Yeah, because they did kind of separate and people were going through pace cars. I think there has to be a consolation. They have to bunch the field up. They just can't leave people at the back. Otherwise, it's not much for a good start for everyone, is it? Beautiful shots on these static cameras. As you can see, all the cars running. For all you guys that are watching on YouTube and also Facebook, this is iRacing. It's an absolute awesome simulator, not a game. It's to yeah, drive some V8s and have some fun. It looks a lot harder than what it is. No, it looks easier than what it is, really.
Yeah, true.
Dave Roberts on the back of Nathan Anderson there. Lovely PRT black car. These boys are doing an absolute stellar job, man. Like Jackson Susan Harlow, man. 50.776 is his best. As you see, Jack Boyd in the back pulling into the pits and taking his pit stop down. That'll put Wayne Seaberg still in second, and then we have Brody Whitmore that's moved up into P3, and his lovely standard iRacing paint. Also, if you love all these paints, by all means, hit up Worm Paints. They do all these lovely liveries, the same one that's on screen now, and that one behind it, that one behind it as well, with lovely Worm Paints written down the side. By all means, if you want a fresh looking livery, hit them boys up. Otherwise, you get standard grabby ones like this pink and cyan. Yeah. Cheers, Jono. We try and broadcast the best we can of what we got. Hopefully, you guys enjoy what we do. We do this for fun, and so you can
Jackson
come
Callo's
and jump in and have a laugh.
Jackson Callow is in. We are halfway into the race as we speak. So, Damien Johnson is a lap down. Aaron Dillon is 5 laps down. So, not a good race for Aaron. Oh, Jackson.
Some of the boys have got some issues here. Ryan Shooter's in the pits now. Colin's done his pit stop. Wayne Taylor has done his pit stop. Jackson Callow has done his pit stop. The top of the order is Jack Boyd who's done his pit stop. He's out. This is the one you got to watch. Okay, I'm saying it now. You got to watch this. Jack Boyd in fresh air. You got some serious issues. He's going to try and close that gap. No, don't forget, he was in P3. Nathan Anderson just jumped in. Also, Dave Roberts right behind him. Let's go back to Jack Boyd. Watch his lap times. He's going to try and push and push and push as hard as he can right now to make that gap up of 51.048. Jackson Susan Harlow's last lap was a 51.349, so he's already chopped some time out of it. Watch this boy go. When Jackson and all the boys come into the pits, it's going to be funny to see when they come out, because Jack's already going to have nice warm tyres. They're already going to be heated up. Oh, well, they're not going to take tyres, are they, really? In a sprint race like this?
No, hell no.
But the tyres will still cool down. The time is slowing down and no gravity on them, no grip, no drag, no nothing like that. So they are going to cool down. There's going to be a bit, but he's going to be in a rhythm. So this, yeah, this is going to be fun. We see this in AMF all the time. You know, Dwayne Priest coming into the pits. Rob Bowden as well. He's in the pits. What's going on there? Brody Whitmore in third, still doing a good job. Wayne Burke still holding out second, and Jackson Susan Harlow just still running and about to start lapping more cars. What's going on? This kid just has absolutely fuel for blood, doesn't he? He can drive any car. Off the charts, mate. Any series he runs, he just knows what he's doing. Wayne C. Burke just pulls in out of P3. That gives Mile Bond the spot. Wayne Burke. Jack Boyd is coming around. He's in P5 now.
Daniel Aish is in.
Yeah, Daniel Aish is just pulling in. Also, Craig Jones won't be too far away now. As you can see, there's only 7 laps left of the race.
Here comes traffic.
Yeah, that's the point. Now look, Jack Boyd is gaining time over Jackson Susan Harlow, right? He was in P3 when he pitted. Now Jackson's getting slowed up. Now the best bet for Jackson is pit now.
He's in. He's in.
There you go.
Oh, no, that was close.
That's rear brake.
That was
there.
very close.
Lovely. Brody is in.
Oh, wow.
Miles.
Brody Whitmore's in.
Miles is in.
Oh, this is going to be close. Jackson are up. And they're out.
This is
Jackson's
what you gotta watch.
out.
This is what you gotta watch right now.
Oh, Wayne's
Jack
just slipped
benefit from
behind.
this. He's still
Card number
behind
29, drive-through penalty for car contact, and car number 13, drive-through penalty for unsafe rejoin. Please serve him at the next available opportunity.
That's Jason Mikowski
Troy DeBono.
in P22 and Troy DeBono in P14. But look, it didn't pay off. Jackson had so much of a lead. Jack's back in P3. Even though his last lap was a little bit slower, but still faster than Jackson's. So he creeped a little bit of time. Nothing much but tenths. But hey, that's how it goes. I was hoping for a little bit more of an extra, but as a short track as it is, yeah, you're not going to win on that one. While we're talking about it, we might as well go to the weather. It's a 41-degree track. So if you know what 41 degrees feels like, yeah, put the power of a V8 into a race car on a track in 41 degrees and we'll see what happens. It lights the rears, it's slimy, the tyres don't grip. It is just all kinds of awful. Do you agree?
Definitely. Yeah, I do agree.
Yeah. But you'd be happy, Isaac. There's a Ford winning the race.
Woo!
Alright, so while we're talking about it and all that, we have time because we have 5 laps the rest of the race. As you see, Jackson just coming down the main straight. We have Wayne in P2, Jack in P3, Boyd Whitmore in 4, followed by Jackson Callow, then Wayne Taylor, Miles Bond, Cohen Addab, Rob Bowden, then we're followed by Dave Roberts, Scott O'Keefe. As you see, Nathan Anderson just stick the nose down there into the one, and we will follow this. Hopefully there's no touching and bashing and spitting and crazy stuff. Ryan Shooter in P13, James Robbie 14. As you can see, Troy DeMono trying to make a move up here. John Schultz, Dwayne Priest, Daniel Aish, followed by Gavin Sadler that's flashing a little bit. Mitchell Wiley, followed by Craig Jones, Damian Johnson, and Jason Mikowski. And then we have Aaron Dillian that's still in the pits, 12 laps down and not looking good. So as you see, Jackson Susan Harlow, just get a little bit sideways. And Wayne C. Burke going side by side. Jackson's
around! No!
Unlucky. So Wayne C. Burke is going to take the... Is this going to be a penalty? Is this going to be a penalty and Jack's going to take the lead because Wayne has to stop?
I don't know.
We still have 4 laps left of this race. Wayne,
It's gonna be intense.
what's going on? Crazy move there, mate. A little bit of touching.
Will Wayne get a penalty, and can Jack get his maiden feature win in the hard and fast?
Man. I'm waiting for race control to jump in here and say, "Hey, mate, look, car 89, you've got to stop go, mate, or drive."
Troy DeBono was given a 30-second penalty stop-go for not serving his initial penalty.
Alright, so
Wow.
that's a complete different incident. That's not the race control that I was thinking about. I'm thinking about something's getting looked at for this move.
Yeah, I reckon something will be looked at, and it definitely will.
Just as you see Nathan Anderson
be.
going deep on the side of Scott O'Keefe. Both of them hold it up. That was a bit of a outrageous move there. Both of them holding on the track. Nathan Anderson just giving it a little bit too much out of the corner. As you can see, that Scott O'Keefe has done the same and got a little bit sideways as well. That's going to give Ryan Shooter an absolute vantage point for position 12. Even though it doesn't matter if it's up first, second or third, doesn't matter. The best fights are at the back of the field. As you can see, P16 up the back of P15 is only 0.5 of a second behind him. Look at the corners, he'll close the gap. This is not over for any of these boys. As you can see, that Jackson Susan Harlow is back in P4, trying to make a move, and just nudges Brody out of the way, mate. Mate, I'm going back to my position. I know where I live. I know where I want to be. And by God, Brody is not going to let up. If you want to nudge me, I'll nudge you back, mate. That's how it's going to go. Well, 4 drivers, full stop. You know how they drive anyway. Side by side,
yeah.
I think Jackson might have got a slowdown for that. If you do cut the course on iRacing, it does penalise you. Depends on how much you cut the course. Scott O'Keefe is in the pits. He must have smashed the car. Hopefully, that wasn't because of an accident. Brody Whitmore still holding out Jackson Susan Harlow. Obviously, there's a little bit of tangle there, but as I said, the slowdown will penalise you if you do cut the course. Coming down in turn of 1, hopefully. Oh, Jackson's got a little bit of rear lock up and hits the curb. He's going to touch Scott O'Keefe. Brody on the inside of the track. Hopefully, they're coming out clear. Brody has touched the brakes there to let him through. Oh, what's some racing here? But let's go back up the front. Wayne C. Burke is still no penalty, but look behind you, mate. You have Jack Boyd on your tail.
Jack Boyd.
This is going to be crazy. This is going to go off like frogs in socks. Pardon the pun.
This will be... Oh, the side by side.
Last corner. He's not going to do it.
Wow.
Wayne C.
An
Burke
attempt
takes out the race win. After all the trials and tribulations and all the heats and all the series tonight, this is definitely the best.
Whoa!
Oh! Jackson Susan
Harlow! Wow! Giddy up, cowboy! Wow! Wait.
Was that touched? Was that a Brody-infused anger moment? What's going on here?
I don't know. It could have been a bit of malice. I do not know.
No, I don't know, mate.
But wow.
That was pretty crazy, man. That was pretty crazy.
That was
dudes ripping nuts, doing some burnouts.
Oh,
smashing
Daniel. Mitchell,
Mitchell running into the back of Daniel H there.
Daniel,
dude, they're all on the same Discord channel at the moment, so they're all laughing about it, I bet. So,
goodness!
Surprise, surprise. Damien going to do some burnouts. All right, what a race! What a race! I just yeah. What can we say about the series tonight? Absolutely crazy stuff happening. Cohen going for nuts. Going to go do some burnouts.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, and loses it. That's a fail.
Oh.
That's a fail. Who else is doing something? Nathan Anderson. Oh, there we go. Dave Roberts showing it how it's done in a Holden, eh? Forget the forge. Alright, let's go to the results for tonight's race, man. The feature race. Wayne C. Burke takes out the win over that little bit of a tangle there with Jackson Susan Harlow. Jack Boyd, look at the time. Look at the time. Like, so close. Brody Whitmore back in P3. Jackson Callow. What a stellar run he's done. Nice and clean race tonight. Well, in the feature race. In P4. Jackson Susan Harlow. I don't know what went on at the end there, mate, but hopefully there wasn't malice or anything bad from Brody there. In P5. Miles Bond in 6th. Up in the top 10 again. Miles. Wayne Taylor at a 7th. Cohen Atwood got the 8th. Rob Bowden 9th. Dave Roberts 10th. Over the page we go to Nathan Anderson in 11th. Had a good run for once. He's had a bad luck in the last few runs of the Pace Syndicate events Hard and Fast series. Ryan Schutter in 12th. John Schultz in 13th. Dwayne Priest in 14th. Daniel Aish as well, 15th. He started rear of the grid tonight. He started in 24th. Craig Jones rear of field as well. Gavin Sadler in 17th. Mitchell White in 18th. Damian Johnson in 19th. He hasn't had a perfect run this week like he did last week or the week before. He had an awesome run. 20th is Jason Makowski. Over the page, James Robbie, Scott O'Keefe in 22nd, Troy DeBono in 23rd, and Arian Dillian in 24th. The last 3 are non-finishers of the race. It was awesome to show you this race tonight. It was a full field, and got to give a big, massive shout out to Lord and Diesel out in Adelaide. By all means, give Adam a shout out for all your diesel needs. I'm Steve from Protean Broadcasting. Thanks for tuning in to Pace Syndicate events. Once again, by all means, come back for round 5 next Thursday night, hosted on HoonTV, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. From all of us here at Podium and Pace Syndicate and SimFinity and Worm Paints and all the other sponsors that come on board, thank you very much for making this series possible, and all the races that turn up every week. Without you, we wouldn't have a series to broadcast, and we wouldn't have sponsors on board to broadcast them. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Humans. Extinction.